The beat is about to start. We're gonna jump on this wave.
Okay.
And just
Bet.
get it cracking.
Yeah, bet.
I thought it was gonna start, but it might have been me. Oh no, it is. Yo, what up?
Yeah,
Hey, yo, man, what up? Hey, what it do, man? Salute to everyone who's on right now.
Facts.
Hey, this is your real life.
Real life.
Your real life, the podcast. Listen, J.R. in the side.
You already know it's genocide in the building.
Genocide.
Ready to hold it down with J.R.
On the other side.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
on this
sir.
side.
Yes,
on this
sir.
side of the table. This
Hey,
side of the podcast.
Just
you know
bringing
what I'm
you
saying?
some great energy. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Bringing
some
you
positive
some
energy.
Trying to get you in the right frequency. Huh? That's what we are. We're tuning it in. Listen,
That's
man.
it.
We were debating here on what to talk about. You know, by the way, this is our third episode. We getting there?
Yeah, we
Right?
getting there.
Yeah.
We getting there.
Yeah.
You see?
And yo, we had
Progress.
a few little, mishaps, but it's dope, the journey.
Oh, yeah.
Cause
Oh, yeah.
we've been able to be like, okay, this is happening, recoup, boom, boom, boom.
But you know what it is? It
boom.
goes with the concept really well and what we're trying to let people know. This is real life, you know what I'm saying? We're human beings. We make mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's how you roll with those punches, you know what I'm saying?
So just witnessing those in the first day, but we got so much done regardless.
Definitely.
I mean, in the
successful.
back end, I got into editing and doing all, but yo, some beautiful stuff is happening and will be happening, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So now looking into it, and I say, man, here we are. I do the research. We found out that, man, we can't even use that name because somebody already got. But it's all good because
Gotta be quicker than that. Like that
right?
commercial, you know?
It doesn't take us out of the mission, man. If anything, it clears up the mission. You know what I mean? And where we want to go, and what we want to do, man, which is bringing you guys that are listening some real life stuff, man. And
Definitely.
Time to waste, man.
Yeah.
We got,
Time.
which is the topic we was thinking about today.
Definitely. Time.
On
a very
this
powerful
time.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so I'm like, yo, I got a cheat sheet here, man. Let's read something, and I think we could bounce off of this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And just go. I think you just read this part of the whole thing.
I pretty much read the whole first, the
Boom.
preface.
All right, let me go. Let's go through this real quick. Yo, it says this is a book, amazing book that I caught, a few years ago, that I've been on for a few years. Taught me a lot, and I just want to share something real quick, and I think we could piggyback off of this, and get some real good and let's see what God does, man, and what's revealed to us, man. Yo, this says that there are 86,400 seconds in a day. We each have the same 1,440 minutes to spend however we choose. Each of these minutes are precious moments. Some moments will be memorable, some regretful, and too many of them will be wasted. Time is measured by our birth and our death, and how we use those moments in between determine the quality of our lives. Hour by hour, minute by minute, these small units of time are too often filled with little things that really seem to matter at the time.
At the moment.
You know what I'm saying? Seeking small pleasure, avoiding minor discomforts, and pursuing tribal goals, we are too easily offended and too consumed with the opinions of others. Facts. If we are not careful, we simply begin to exist and not really live.
That last section. You exist, but you're not really living.
That's crazy, huh?
That's powerful right
And that reminds me of there's a saying that there's people that are in prison that are more free than people that are outside because they're mentally imprisoned themselves. Never heard of that, bro?
I never heard of that, but it's like I can see.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can understand completely.
Like somebody could be in their room, in their home, and feel more imprisoned
than somebody
who's actually locked up.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, it's how you apply yourself, your mind to that time.
Facts.
Which I can imagine, in a case like
crazy,
that,
eh?
Yeah.
Something that caught my attention just now too was that people, we're in an era where we're getting easily offended.
Oh yeah.
By someone else's opinion.
Well, you hear there's a bunch of it's crazy because there's a bunch of names for it nowadays. Some people call it the cancel culture. That's like part of sort of that act where it's like you said, nowadays it seems like sensitivity is at all-time high. Before you used to be able to get told something, and half the time, if it was constructive criticism, you would be able to take it well and use it wisely. But nowadays, it's like you got to be careful what you say, no matter how you. You know, those tempers flare instantly. Like, you know, it's fuse, bro. Yeah, man.
It's crazy, bro. But at the end of the day, it just, for me at least, it shows how much out of control we are as society, where we can't even control our emotions. We're giving some random person who says an opinion.
Keyword opinion.
An opinion, bro. They just say an opinion, and we take it to the heart, to the point where most fights, most arguments come
violence,
from that, bro.
You know,
it's crazy, bro.
Violence and causing so much discomfort. Yeah. When at the end of the day, not everybody can see from the same perspective. You know, people have their own opinions. So, you got to learn to respect it at the end of the day, just like the same way you would want in return. Yeah. But, again, nowadays.
What was it? Man, I think maybe like a few years ago, I told my daughter, she was going through something. It was like the bully season, for her bully season, right? 11, 10 years old. And I gave her, long story short, man, I gave her an example of somebody else's opinion. Just because someone has an opinion, it doesn't have to be your reality, right? Yeah. And she had like a teddy bear. I was like, yo, I don't like your teddy bear. She was like, what you mean? Like, I don't like, what you mean? I don't like your teddy bear. But I said, mommy, that doesn't have nothing to do with you. It's just my fact based on what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And what I believe in. It doesn't have nothing to do with you. And then she was able to understand that, it's just your opinion.
Yeah, your opinion.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so don't ever make somebody else's opinion your reality. And I feel like a lot of people right now are rocking that, where they're like, man, so and so, and even crazier. This is even crazier, bro. Before someone says an opinion, right? I think people are so, ready to spark, that they're in their head making the assumption of what that opinion is going to be.
Yeah. Oh, that definitely
crazy,
happens.
Bro?
Oh, yeah, that definitely happens. Jumping to conclusions.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really does. But, there are so many, I guess you could say there's so many factors nowadays, though, that play into that. Obviously the way society is nowadays, the way things are put out there, being more exposed to things nowadays also. I just feel like at this point I wouldn't say a brainwash, but it's a thing of like your environment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something
nature,
that at the end,
nature.
Yeah, because it's not just, again, like we're saying, it's nowadays we're seeing it more and more. Yeah. Back in the days, again, you were able to take constructive criticism. You were pretty well, or people used to share their opinions and be able to be in the same room without causing conflict. But it's just with so much negativity that's going on in this world, I feel like it's also making people antsy and making them, it's like almost anything aggravates a person. Right.
That's
so if it doesn't, if they already feel like it's not going to go their way, or that opinion's not going to go with their side of the story, then, it's like you said, they assume, and
that's
that's another.
But you know how it's crazy. It just becomes this cycle, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So because we're in real life, we gotta figure out some tools, man, and tactics, man. So, one thing that I've been sharing with people as far as that, we know that the negativity is happening, right? So it's almost like we're on defense.
Oh yeah, definitely. Your guard is up at all times.
I mean, you're like, whoa,
you're trying to dodge stuff like the Matrix out here.
Whoa, you know what I'm saying? So now, the thing is, what if we take offense to, like, what if we take the offensive and we start to be proactive towards it? Because we know it's happening, but instead of just sitting back and just playing defense, well, we could actually take some intentional stuff, some execution, some moves.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? To
turn the tide.
Yeah.
To turn the tide. Make a difference.
Because at the end of the day, and I could go back about the song Illusions, actually. Because at the end of the day, it's just somebody else's opinion. It's not a fact. It's just it's just what society is wearing now, because it seems to be the norm, right? Yeah. But then there's people like me and you who don't conform to that, and we make some moves. We don't conform to the opinions or the thoughts of, man, this is going wrong, or this is doing this, or man, we let's start over. No, let's work it out.
Yeah, let's work it out.
Let's work it out. It's just,
You know, it's fun. Is that simple? It sounds that simple.
right.
But again, we live in a world with so many distractions and so many things influencing us.
Right.
You know, it's one of those things where you can't really turn the tide unless everybody gets involved,
Right.
unless everybody plays their part.
Yeah.
Because again, I believe that even just one person can make a change, but that drastic change that we look for,
Yeah.
it has to be in numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And things like that. For example, like, you know, again, you know, being proactive. You know, if it's, let's put it like this: if it's 3 bullies on one person, you could try to be proactive and try to find a positive way out of that situation.
Right.
Maybe trying to make them look over things, but at the end of the day, you're gonna feel what? Overwhelmed, overpowered. They're outnumbered.
Right.
Now, if you came with 10 proactive people to their 3 bullies.
Right.
But again, this is not on no negative way. It's just helping them try to look at things from a different perspective. You know.
Right.
Obviously, it might work a little faster. You
Right.
see
I
what I'm
see what you're
saying?
saying.
You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's one of those things where at the end of the day, us as a whole, we have to play our part and try to do our best to make those type of changes
Right.
and capitalize on those opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And as an individual, it's something that, man, is if we start to practice it on a daily, because at the end of the day, man, what really affects your mind is I believe is what you see, what you listen to,
Definitely.
right?
What you absorb.
Right, what you absorb. So if your attention is put in something good, per se, instead of something bad, something good, that's what your mind's gonna see. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like not a mirror. It's basically like a mirror. Like whatever you absorbing, like
That's what you're gonna reflect.
your
Yes,
thoughts
yeah.
become your words. Your words become your action. Your action becomes your habits. Your habits become your character. Right. So so being intentional and just taking control of that part of our world of, you know what, now how can I control my mind, my emotions? How can I do, you know what I mean? So it takes an intentional work, because if not, we're gonna let somebody else's opinion, right? So then that diffuses bullies. Yeah, how can you have a bully if you're not bothered by somebody else's opinion?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
When
saying?
you put it like that, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
I don't even who called you a bully, bro?
Yeah, you're not feeding into that,
Yeah,
because
like-
at the end of the day, that's how you took it, like an opinion. So it's to them, it's gonna be like that curveball. Like, wait, maybe they were expecting to offend you.
I think me and you gonna relate in this one even more. High school days, bro.
Oh, okay.
Check this out. We got I'm sure we got homies who were considered bullies for some other people, but but that's the homie. I know him as the home, and my homie's good. But you telling me like it doesn't? That's the homie, and it's because this is how I see the homie. I don't see the homie as a bully. This is how I see the homie. Yeah. I might have been doing some bully stuff with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the homie. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not the bully. It's the homie. But to somebody else's, based on whatever said or done, they're categorizing him as a bully. You get what I'm saying? But it's just an opinion. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the homie. So in the same aspect, like, and in my life, in your real life, if you want to get rid of bully, stop looking at people like that. When I went to buy the camera, last camera, little Chinese little lady, she was like, "Oh, I got the camera." I said, "What you do with the camera?" She's like, "I only use it for church and for family stuff." I'm like, "All right, bet." Okay, here's the bread. She's like, "Well, can we go to the bank?" I'm like, "To the bank?" I'm like, you don't think the money's real or something? Like, you know what? Come on, let's go to the bank. Whatever. Like, you know, I'm not gonna judge you for this stuff. Yeah. But it did kind of like click something. I'm like, yo, we here? This is what we doing? Like, bro, we get to the bank, kid, it starts pouring. Like pouring, bro. Like a hurricane was out here, bro. We get out, boom, boom. She forgot the battery on the camera. So she had to go back home. I'm like, this don't make any sense. Yeah. Like, well, we here, bro. Like, you just couldn't just here and let's go. So, all right, I can't judge this stuff, bro. This I believe that everything happens on purpose, kid. So I'm like, yo, it's interesting how this lady told me, you know, she was a Christian lady, but then she's doing all this, like she don't trust me, or like she don't trust what's happening, or what's come back, boom, boom, boom. And I feel like, I'm gonna tell this lady this. I'm gonna just share my mind with her. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, lady, listen. First off, you told me that the only time you use it is for this and for this. So I'm believing you're a Christian lady, right? These actions show different.
Yeah, they're misleading.
Yeah. So if I was even trying to be if I was looking at a north, looking for God in some type of way, and you tell me what you told me, and then you show me what you show me, you're gonna push me away, right? Mm-hmm. So then I say, yo, by the way, and I'm sharing this just so you could be on the lookout, so you don't do this to anybody else. I'm good. Like, I believe this on purpose, and I think I had to share this with you, so you could be like, yo, trust God that He's gonna connect you with the right people. That this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Long story short, she was like, wow, thank you. Like, that is just fact. Like, she had a past trauma. They were still making the judgment, and when it's like, bro, let's put that in the back. Like, it's just, and you would have missed the whole, but whatever. And the long story short, it was a dope experience. She actually hired me to coach her daughter.
Oh, right on.
Which her daughter, check this opinion, her opinion. She's like, she tells her daughter, the world is a hard world. So, you got to prepare yourself. Bah, 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 bah. And then she's scared that her daughter's going to grow up with all this pressure because the world is hard and the way she's moving. Right? And I was like, Mommy, you're setting her up.
For that. Yep.
You're setting her up.
For that.
Because that's all she knows.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she knows.
Yep.
And it's just an opinion, bro. It was just the mom's opinion, bro.
Yeah, but hey, again,
isn't that crazy, bro?
It's how much influence that opinion has at the end of the day.
Control. We need to control it, man.
Yep.
We have so many thoughts, as we read in this little thing, man. How freaking 86? No, that's seconds. Yeah, so many seconds. But in that day, we have so many thoughts, and those thoughts normally tend to be the same ones unless we are to alter them.
Yeah, definitely.
Which what we listen to. What we
man, it's a point of, again, making that change. Taking that time. It's training the brain. Pretty much you have to train your brain. For example, it's like a habit. What is it? After 7 days, it becomes a habit. You got to kind of put yourself in that mind state too. When you do want that type of change, or your opinion outweighs so much, and you really want to try to break out of that. Yeah. It really just comes down to, first of all, one thing we mentioned. I bet you half the time this might even fix before, because in a lot of cases, people also do share their opinions without actually putting thought into what they're gonna say. Right. So sometimes their opinion gets off the wrong way. So that's where even I'll put it to you like this. That's where you can even, not to say that you'd be like, that's the difference between a bully or whatever, but that's where you can kind of get it confused, because somebody might mean it as their opinion, right, but the way they worded it might seem like it's something that you feel pressured by. Right. So yeah, you would consider it like almost like bullying. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I look at it this way. One of the main things that you should be doing before you even do anything is one thing we mentioned on one of our first shows. Yeah. Take a second and breathe. Yeah. Take a second, take that deep breath. Yeah. And first feel relaxed and calm. And then think about how to share that opinion in the best way possible. If you're one of those that love to opinionate, right, and maybe just you say things without meaning it that way, because it happens. Listen, we all do that at one point in our lives. We all, at some point, give an opinion, and then it's like, when we're on our own time, we're like, man, I wish I would have said that better. Man, I hope they didn't take it that way. You know what I'm saying? Right. But maybe if we would have just took a second and breathed at that moment and just give it a clear thought, feel relaxed, maybe you could get it across better. And that communication also.
Yeah. There's so many ways, man. I feel
it definitely is.
So many. This out there, and it's simple information, bro. It's just we're too busy doing a whole bunch, surviving. What is it? Existing but not living. Yes, you know what I'm saying. We're too busy existing.
So now, if we're gonna go into that, going into the whole time thing. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much, I'll put it to you like this. It all comes down to time too, how you use your time. Yeah. That's pretty much the main thing that we were going to be hitting today. Yeah. And when you look at it, it's how you use that time to apply things in life that are either better you or worse than you. At the end of the day, like I said, we live in like you said, we live in a defensive state.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be paying attention to where we're spending our time, to where those thoughts coming from. Where's that defensive mode being drawn from? You know,
right? Looking inwards.
Yeah, you know, think about it this way: social media.
Yeah.
You know, we spend so much time on our phones alone.
Right.
I think the phone is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know, you probably spend out of the 24 hours in a day. You know, I can't break it down into minutes.
Crazy.
But
I think I can. Right.
Yeah, you know, but if you look at it, you know, if you were able to do analytics and look in your phone and see how much time you spend on it,
crazy.
When you realize how much time you do spend on it, when you could have been so much other things that maybe could have been changing your thought process or maybe benefiting you in a positive way, you know, it's
crazy, right?
Yeah. Time is something, man. Time is something.
Time is either invested well or wasted well.
Yep.
If you don't know what you're doing with it, time will tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like
Straight
that.
up, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, listen, time. I'm gonna tell you about time real quick. Check this out. 24 hours in a day. Because people think they don't have any time, right? Mm-hmm. You have 24 hours in a day. That's 168 hours in a week, no more, no less, right? That's let's say you spend 52 hours a week sleeping. Man, that's like about 7 to 8 hours. That's a good sleep. Most people don't have it, but whoever does is good.
Yeah,
for
if
them.
you do 8 hours.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's say you spend 50 hours a week hustling, working, school, you know, whatever it is that you do. You know, 8 hour, your 8 hour thing. You know, whatever you're doing there, and that includes the commute. You know, driving over there, coming back.
That's already 100 hours right there.
But then add 15 hours of eating. You know what I mean? You know, we like to eat. You know
we like to eat. We spend that
do.
hour at the restaurant.
We spend it. You know what I'm saying? We spend it. And then we put 24 hours relaxing or watching TV, movie, family, you know, that type of, you know, the relaxing stuff. That's only 145 hours, right? You can still have 5 more hours of TV, sleeping, phone, whatever you want, and you still have 18 hours unaccounted for. Right?
Yeah.
So the average person watches TV, or in this case, phones nowadays,
for
a minimum of 4 hours a day.
You know, I and it's gonna sound crazy, but I think 4 is still minimum.
That's minimum,
like that.
Minimum. But I'm gonna put you, check this out. 4 hours a day equals to 13 years of time. Like over a decade of nothing productive, nothing that gives you value, nothing that gives you energy, nothing. Just
yeah. It's just being on your phone.
Being on your phone. Yo, so
it's just existing, not living.
You just existing, bro.
Yeah. You're just there.
When there's things to be done. Like again, we understand. We both had creativity inside of us. You know, we had gifts inside of us. We were gifted with these things that if we don't pay attention to it, I've been doing music for a minute, bro, but never. You
know, my didn't take that long to go away. You know, once I really started, you know, throwing myself in there.
Right.
Time.
You see what I'm saying?
Time. Because, I could say the same thing, though.
You
wasted plenty of time.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of
areas
things that are, you know, that at the end of the day, maybe, you know, it's always that question, man, I wish I would have done this earlier, or, you know, I would have known about this. Everything has its timing.
Right.
So, but, you know.
But you understand that.
Yeah.
But if I would have jumped on, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Look, just like
who knows?
if you didn't jump, this, you know what I'm saying, this wouldn't be happening, but you did, and this is happening because of that.
Look where we are now.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of taking that leap, man, and understanding that time is not. There's no right or wrong way of doing this stuff, man.
Really isn't.
We kept judging about this stuff, or man, I need to get this done, or grab this, or man, at the right time with the right tools, the magic is.
It'll happen.
It's sweet.
It'll happen.
It's sweet. Yo, time is very important, bro. I got a verse for time.
Okay.
Let me hear, man.
It just put you in the field quick.
Yeah. All right, let me remember this.
I bet.
Like I was saying earlier, time is either invested well or wasted well. If you don't know what you're doing with it, time will tell. Inhale and exhale. Take time to plan things well. So every move you need to make can make sense as well. There's no time to conform. It's time to grind and give it all out. It's time to transform. Figuring out you need to cut out. Remember, after the storm, bird chirps, the sun will come out. It's a time to perform, and also time that you could bug out. You need to focus on what you gotta do for yourself. In the process, understand you're not alone or by yourself. You have people rooting for you, as special people like myself who believe that you can't make anything come out of yourself. The cemetery is the richest places most people will lay down their passionate dreams, anything they never lived out. Regrets a painful feeling, I hope you never find out. Stop wasting your time and make sure to make the best now.
I know y'all heard that.
I'm
heard that.
probably repeat that one over and over a few times, man, because that's just...
Listen. Yeah, it drills. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, time is an essence, man. We all have the same 24 hours, man. It's what you do with them. You know, earlier we talked about, a few days ago, about the concept of the 3 different days.
Oh, yeah.
The 6-hour days.
Yeah, the way
you know
you were breaking it down.
Yo, so hold on. It's been 25 minutes already. Yo, we grinding.
Oh yeah,
this is
definitely.
So, we'll clip it. We're gonna clip this.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do a part 2 on this. Like,
yeah,
stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay tuned.
Keep watching.
Yeah, keep watching. Stay
Keep
tuned.
tuning in.
Let's get it. Hold on.
We'll be back.
Genocide.
Genocide.
Let's get it.
You already know.
Yeah.